Right. The old man from Tomb45 is a bit of a rat. And I'll put this out there now. He's a rat. He's a rat. He's a snitch. He's a jealous, feminine, crybaby, bitter, half a man, weakling, little lawsuit boy. He's a bitch. And you know, when I call someone a bitch, right, and I keep telling this people all the time, I don't mean you are bad at physically fighting. I don't mean that. I mean you're mentally a bitch. Because a lot more people are mentally a bitch than they are physically a bitch. And there's a lot of people that are physically a bitch. But mentally is worse because you're getting yourself upset about just things. You're getting yourself upset about stuff that is completely not controllable. So here we go. And I touched on this a little bit ago because I've noticed that every time they talk about T-pop, they go onto this big rampage. They go onto this big thing where they go on about innovation. So they'll go, innovation, T-pop didn't invent this, T-pop didn't do that, T-pop didn't do this, blah, blah, blah. We did this, we do that, we did that. And I read it and I think, nobody gives a fuck. Like, I actually read that, I think, nobody gives a fuck. So I thought, like I said, I did some research, and I thought, so how many people give a fuck about the Apple releases? And it's like, yeah, a few million watch it. And then I read, so how many people buy Apple iPhone? It's like billions, multiple billions of people. So it's like a really, really like 0.02% or something like that, or 0.2, something really minute and small, actually care about the specs and the release and all this information of even the iPhone, which is one of the world's most popular electronical products. So I wonder, what makes you guys think that people and barbers give a fuck about innovation? Because I know some of you will be on this, yeah, well, we care about this, we care about, but yeah, I understand that someone watching this might care a little bit, but you are a minority. You are a niche little group of internet barbers with no reflection on what's going on in the real world. None at all. So, trying to talk people into loving you based off science and stupid shit like that is never going to work. You're never going to be able to talk someone into loving you by telling them you invented something. Like, nobody actually cares. Like, I could sit here all day and tell you, oh, this is what go, this is what go. I've got pattern for this is the pattern, this is what's that. But I don't. To be honest with you, I never wanted to write anything on the boxes. Do you remember our first releases, right? They said nothing on the boxes. They didn't say about the motor speed, battery life, nothing. Is that empty or not? I don't know. They didn't say anything. And the reason they didn't say anything is because I don't think it matters. I don't think that is why 99.9% of you buy. I think a few nerds on YouTube, and I do it for you because I know some of you care because I read the comments. So I've put shit on the boxes now to appease you guys. I make videos to make you happy, basically, because I love you and I appreciate your support. But just trust me on this. You are not the majority. Because most of us do not give a shit. Most of the people who buy the Slime 2, like we sell thousands and thousands of Slime 2 every month, and they do not give a shit about what speed the motor is, what the battery is, blah, 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 blah. It's a minority, and you're beating a dead horse by thinking people care about it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why the power pods flopped.